Hey there, everyone. I wanted to talk today about nonviolent communication and a tool that, in full disclosure, I've made myself in order to help me practice the format and the model of nonviolent communication. This isn't really meant to be a money-making tool, but I found it useful personally, and in some of my relationships, we've actually used the tool together to help us get the format right, or at least the basics of the format. And I just wanted to share it with you in case you might find it useful. Um, Marshall Rosenberg, if any of you have actually studied more formally, he's passed away recently in the last, I think, 3 or 4 years. And I never personally got to meet him, but he left a lot of material in the form of books and PDFs and organizations um, to help us all learn the system that he developed. Um, uh, from I guess a modern perspective, a lot of these tools seem pretty static to me as a web developer, and so I found things like this PDF that talks about the observations and feelings and needs and requests in this format, and also doing further research, I found lists of emotions, both positive and negative, or in the words of this particular website, feelings you feel when your needs are being met, and then feelings you feel when your needs are not being met. Um, so personally, I wanted something a little more active, interactive rather, to help me kind of get this system right. And to, I think one of the problems, the most difficult issues when you're learning NVC is that it's not obvious when you kind of get the format wrong, and um, it might kind of be counterproductive in the communication you're trying to make or in the relationship you're trying to maintain. So I just wanted to walk you through this particular approach I've taken, and any feedback you have or you want to share in the comments would be very welcome. So here you have the basic format without any of the details. When I see ... I feel ... because I need ... and then followed up with a request. Would you be willing to? And so this website walks you through all of those particular details for yourself. And then as you click on things that correspond to your feelings and your situation, this communication gets filled in. So the checklist I went ahead and made um, helps you kind of prepare your heart and your intentions for an NVC style communication, one that you might one that might become more second nature over time. But it talks about having clear intentions, searching your heart, coming from really positive, loving places and generous places, being prepared for vulnerability, etc. So with those things in mind, it says when notice this isn't a you here, but and and it gives you this drop down to choose from. So I've had some feedback from various friends about I originally had this in the present, and some people recommended it probably should be in the past so that it's not a generalized statement. So when I saw, and then you get to fill this in. So let's make something up. When I saw you speaking with him, maybe, and we go up here and we can say when I saw you speaking with him, and the next section after observations is the feelings, and let's go ahead and put this in the past tense. I felt these things. And so this is kind of a clickable list of emotions that you might feel that helps you kind of locate things that you might have been feeling. And based on this website, I kept these ones in bold, or in capitals anyway. I suppose that those were the more common emotions, and that's why they did it, but I went ahead and did that as well. So let's just choose an emotion. I feel hurt and indignant and insecure, maybe. You could also, if this were a positive situation, you could feel amazed or ardent or blissful. And if we go back up to the top, we can see that I felt hurt, indignant, and insecure. And see if we click on these, we actually can add some of our own feelings in the bottom here if we feel that they're missed up here. Maybe I think the beginner NVC students probably should stick to the emotions here because it's very easy to say something like rejected, which is not really an emotion. It's kind of a cluster of interpretations and judgments and maybe some implied emotions. But we could put that in there as well. Because I need, and this is an opportunity to kind of explore your needs. And I also found these online, and here's a link to the place where I found them if they're still there. I haven't clicked on this link for a while. But so I've cobbled together different resources. Let's see, where are we? So, because I need, let's say, harmony. And this isn't actually a situation I experienced, so I'm just kind of making it up. So, harmony and joy. And then we go up there. I'm not sure how coherent this actual communication is going to be, but you get the point. Would you be willing to, this is, I'm trying to imagine this situation, to work with me during this confusing time? I'm not really sure if that makes any sense, but the idea is that you can have a situation and use this tool to kind of work through the feelings and the needs involved, and it can help you avoid some of the pitfalls in bad NVC communication. I feel blank when you, or when you, and so it kind of focuses on yourself and the feelings and the needs, and not on kind of hidden interpretations or judgments. That's all. That's what I really wanted to share. I made this a little while ago, maybe a year and a half ago now, and I haven't really shared it with anyone. So I'm just putting it out there in case it's useful, or in case some of the more experienced NVC teachers or students out there have feedback. I'd be happy to implement it if it could improve the tool. Anyway, that's all. I hope you are having a lovely day or a lovely evening wherever you are. But if you're having a difficult time communicating, maybe this can help you out. Okay. Take care.